We haven't got a background. Buongiorno everyone, welcome to the match review. 3-1 win tonight over Burnley. The Daesh Master couldn't pull it out for Burnley. We would have been a time to play Burnley, to be fair. 2 games in, 2 defeats, 3 now for them. Never mind Burnley. This is all Newcastle. Top 6, sitting in 6th now. Looks a lot better on paper, but let's be positive. Let's be happy about this Saturday night win. A comprehensive win over Burnley, minus the 10-15 minutes at the start of the second half. What just St. Maximin, man. What St. Maximin brings to Newcastle. He steps us up a whole nother level. Absolute magician. His first goal, the second on a plate for Wilson, to have a striker in the box as well, a proper number 9, a goal scoring instinct, to put that away. You see him in the background there, kissing the camera, a brace for him, and just a good, comfortable all-round night for us in general, okay?
Not all around, but the majority of it was, yeah. Like you say, the second half, like it's a 3-1 performance. We're happy, of course. We're not going to make this a negative review, but like we mentioned it a couple of times in the live stream. We've seen it many times last season. We would have a good first half, would either be 1-0 up or would like a decent 0-0. Like it was at Chelsea away a couple of times. Like a good team like Chelsea would be quite comfortable at 0-0, playing well, not too bad. Just keep it up in the second half. Might nick a 1-0 or even a 0-0 against a team like Chelsea, getting a point. It's a decent result. But we've seen that many, many times where we would come out in the second half and it's almost like Brucey said to them, all right, that'll do, lads. You don't need to do no more. We've got the point in the bag. Just go out there, just do what you want. Just think about what you're going to have for tea tonight.
I think it's Brucey was there at half time. I think he just went for a shit and he's just not even there. Sitting in the corner, eating all the Java cakes, hasn't said a word.
Yeah, so it seemed like it was going to be a case of that again. The night where good first half, very good first half, comfortable, not too much of a threat from Burnley. Went in at half time, 1-0 up, and then came out. And it's like Dyche has just said everything that Burnley want to hear, and Brucey's told Newcastle, like, all right, 1-0, that'll do. Do what you want. Because Burnley dominated the first, I don't know when they scored their goal. It was about like 15, 20 minutes into the second half, something like that. But they dominated. They were pressing. They were knocking on the door, had a couple of chances. Darlow and the defence did okay to keep them out, but they were knocking on the door and the goal was coming a mile off and they equalised and we knew it was coming. And then, but the way we were playing, it was just going to pan out to be one of them 1-1s. Like that would be it. We wouldn't see any fight from Newcastle. It was going to finish 1-1 or potentially 2-1 to Burnley. Like, they didn't look like any way we're going to win that once we conceded that goal. But I think the goal was the kick up the arse that we needed. And we're seeing the quality from some of the better players and some of the experience where, like, St. Maximin, basically, I'm pointing fingers at St. Maximin here, the quality shone in a couple of them where we thought, right, fuck this. We're not going to throw this one away. We're not going to let this go 1-1 or let Burnley get back into the game. Like, St. Maximin was brilliant, got up the other end, were brilliant after we went to 1-1. Maximin, brilliant assist, got a penalty like 10 minutes after that. And that's it. Like, that's just the difference in quality. And Sir Maximin, we're going to point the finger at him and say, again, he's the best player we've got by a country mile when he's fit and ready to play. Because he was the difference tonight. Without Sir Maximin, it would be a boring shit game tonight. And I think we've missed him. The Tottenham game, we missed him massively. We've only seen 20 minutes of him, 30 minutes of him when he wasn't even fit against Brighton. So we've only really seen him for the West Ham game. He was okay. He had a good game, but that's all we've seen of him this season. This is the best. This is the Smacksman that we know and love. And he was the difference tonight. And obviously we've actually got a striker in the middle to finish the opportunities in Callum Wilson. So great performances from them. And them two were the difference that seen we're through and not let it be a boring 1-1-er, which we could have predicted.
I think the timing of the goals is massive as well. Because Burnley come out, second half, better team, initiative thrown at them throughout the half-time team talk. And then the initial reaction from Newcastle just straight away, instant, to get on the front foot. It was like a wake-up call for everyone. St. Maximin doing bits again, making things happen, causing problems, puts it on a plate for Wilson. And then again, the third goal even comes, the penalty comes at the crucial point because Burnley are going to chase them. If that's still at 2-1 with 10, 15, 20 minutes to go like it was, Burnley are going to chase, Burnley are going to push. Once we go 3-1 up with about 50 minutes to go, Burnley are just like, they look like the game's dead. They look like the game's dead. It's nice for Newcastle to get 2 penalties a week, to be fair. Can't remember that. Whenever you get 2 penalties in a season, in a week.
Well, last season, I remember just before lockdown, we did our first live watch along against Southampton, where we got a penalty, and we're like, fucking hell, we've got a penalty. We're trying to work out in my heads when the last time we got a penalty was. We're trying to think, when the hell was the last time we got a penalty? I think we got it wrong. I think we said Man City the season beforehand when Richie got the winner, but I think Richie had one more since then. But it's very, very rare we get a penalty, and now we've had 3 in the space of a week. 4 goals on the score sheet for Callum Wilson. Four games, 4 goals.
Huge impact.
Yeah, massively. It's good to see we're actually getting in the box, because I remember saying this stat at the end of last season as well. Like, everyone was kind of saying that Man United obviously pay officials to win penalties and stuff because they had about 18 or 20 penalties or something last year. And I see, but the difference is at least they were getting in the positions. Like, how many times last season were we even attacking in the final third? Like, that's the difference. Like, you're not going to win a penalty if you're not in the box. You know what I mean?
Christmas, we had the least touches in the opposition box, didn't we?
Exactly. Like, now we are attacking a bit more. We've got a little bit more going forward. We're pressing in the final third. Today, anyway, and West Ham, the other games, some of the, we're not really praising Newcastle all that much because it has been a shit show over the last few weeks, Brucey ball and that. But when we get a win, we're happy. And I know some people are just going to say, we only beat West Ham and we only beat Burnley. Like, they're not great teams, but these wins are important. Like, over the past couple of years, we wouldn't have gotten these wins. We got beat away at Burnley last year. We drew 0-0. West Ham, we drew 2-2 at home. That is a bit of improvement. If we just take it game by game, some of them are shocking shit shows, but some of them, like the Brighton game, the Tottenham game wasn't pretty, but we still managed to scrape a point. Like, it's better. It's more enjoyable when you've got people like Sir Maximin running the show and a striker in the middle like Callum Wilson that can actually finish it. And that's the vast difference that we had from last season, because we didn't have that. Sir Maximin was a bit slow getting started, getting used to the Premier League, and we were relying on Joe Linton to get goals and an isolated attack where we weren't even getting into the final third. So now it's changed up a little bit. And by all means, I'm not even praising Brucey here. I'm praising the lads. I think there's more fighting. There's more fight in the players than there is in the backroom staff.
I think a couple of people touched on the fan cams about it was a good time to play Burnley as well, because as I mentioned at the start, without a win, there just seemed to be I think it could be a real struggle for Burnley this year, because where's the motivation coming from? It's the same squad that qualified for Europe a few years ago. Where's the motivation for them to kick on? Daesh is at war with the owner, wanting signings, not getting it. 0 points on the board so far, 3 games in. They're going to struggle. But you've still got to beat what's in front of you, and they still caused a threat. They still did come out a bit more in the second half, and we dealt with it. But we had that going forward where, like we say, the difference is St. Maximin for us. He just makes us from a bang average side that would be fighting for relegation into what you'd hope would be a mid-table push top 10. Mm-hmm. And with Wilson there as well, like we say, 4 goals and 4. You think Premier League top goal scorer last year was John Joe Shelby with 6. Wilson's never hit that in the first month.
I know.
That's hopefully going to be a difference. Keep getting the service to him. Keep these players fit. We can maybe have a good year. Quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. We know we've watched some shit. Like you said, there's been some shit shows. But at the minute, it's a bit positive heading into the national break, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It comes at a good time. Like, we usually do this, to be fair. We usually have a good win before a national break and then fall apart afterwards. So it's maybe not a good omen. But in this league, any win is a good win. And tonight, even though it might look a little bit shaky at the start, like in the second half when they got the equaliser, we'll put the game to bed quite comfortably. 3-1 in this league against any team. It's a great result. So we're going to be happy with it for now, where we've got 2 weeks off now. Hopefully we don't get any injuries on the international break. Might not concern the likes of Ryan Fraser and Miguel Almiron have been selected. I think Fabian Schär has as well. So hopefully all these lads come back fit, free, injury-free, and raring to go against Man United in a fortnight.
Aye, let's hope so. We'll look forward to Man United. Nice little break for the international break, but we've still got player ratings to come tonight. Thanks very much for everyone tuning in. Subscribe to the Map by Channel TV. Drop your comments in as well, what you thought of the game, and enjoy yourself. See you later.